Hey guys, it's Mgtow Academy here. Have an announcement to make regarding changes to Mgtow Academy. All right, so it's regarding Mgtow news. So if you've been following me on Twitter, you know that I announced that I am actually discontinuing the series. And if you check the about page, I've actually updated it a couple of hours ago. And let me explain some stuff. First of all, it's to make things easier for me, to make things easier for you guys, because I've been analyzing it, and based off of just by how many views am I getting per video, how much interactions going on per video compared to the time. Like if there's a ratio, if you get what I'm trying to say, like if there's a video and it's 40 minutes long, and that's a long video, but obviously people aren't willing to view it, so that's not really working out so well. All right, basically it's just there's been lots of technical problems recently. I've been able to I mean, like when I did upload a video recently about showing how one of the last edition of Mgtow News that I tried to upload, it didn't work out, and it's not because of that. It's because first of all, Mgtow News, it was a filler thing, because the last time I did a regular podcast was like 6 months ago, and that's just my thing. That's the primary thing I do. The reason I couldn't do it was because my hosting service wouldn't allow me to upload anything else unless I upgraded. So I switched over to a new hosting company, right? And now I'm able to do it again. I'm getting the scripts written for my next podcast. Everything's going along fine. So now that problem has been fixed, I have more work to do, because now I have these podcasts to write, the scripts to write, and I have to research. I have to do the script writing, and then on top of that, I have to do the recordings for Mgtow News, and that does take some time. Maybe the clips and the talking may only take a couple of minutes, but I have to like read them through out loud a couple of times. I have to, sometimes I mess up, so it takes an hour or two just to get in a couple of clips in and all that. So, and I understand that I said, oh, Mgtow News, it's a lot easier to edit, and it is compared to the Mgtow, the Red Pill series I had. It is, but now remember the primary reason I did Mgtow News was because I could no longer upload podcasts. So now that I'm able to do that, I still have Mgtow News. So now it's just doubled the workload. And the thing is that I was like, hey, this is a great way to cover current events in the world. But now I'm not doing it anymore. So you might be asking me, hey, Mgtow Academy, what's up now? Because it's still important. It's definitely important. It's important to cover like the current events in the world. So what do? I'm simply gonna like cover them somewhere else. So the Mgtow Academy show thing that I do, yeah, the live streams, Mgtow Academy show live, hence the name live. I'm gonna just cover them there, more content, and that's the other thing. Mgtow News, I had so much content to cover. I could have so much previously I had so much content to cover with a live audience, and I wasn't able to do it because if I covered all that stuff, it would make Mgtow News pointless because I'm covering the same stuff. You know what I mean? So now I'm able to, cover more stuff with the live audience, and on top of that, it'll still be exported as a podcast. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get the podcasts at least 2 per month, and the reason I said at least 2 was because I made that estimate, assuming that I would continue Mgtow News, but then I realized, well, I mean, that's a lot of work, and I literally can't do that. It's like impossible for me to do that unless I stay up 24 hours a day. You guys don't realize how much work I have to dedicate to the Mgtow Academy YouTube channel. So something had to be cut. So what the plan is that I'm going to cut out Mgtow News, and let's say that there's some issue that arises in the future where I can't upload a podcast as before. Well, I'll just go back to doing Mgtow News until I can get stuff fixed. So that's like my that was really a temporary solution to my podcast problem, but now that's fixed. So that's just being put away, I guess, for now. All right. So we're getting Mgtow Stories, the daily content. It's still coming out. You got Mgtow Stories. Those are really quick and easy to do because it's actually surprisingly easy to do those, and I like doing those. And in comparing comparing Mgtow stories to Mgtow news, it is a lot more successful. A lot more. In Mgtow news, it was very successful. But this is like a lot more successful, and it can be done in a much shorter time. You know, no screen recordings and everything with Mgtow news. The editing process, it actually did get complicated after a while because I had to record the audio and the screen separately, then merge those two together. So that was a bit difficult to do. But now the live streams, it's going to automatically take care of the news slash information and stuff that's going on in the world part. It's going to be taken care of in our live streams, which will also be archived as a podcast, as long as it's not like super long. I've just realized that there's an upload limit on my hosting service, so if it's not too long, it'll be archived as a podcast. And so you got the live streams, which is basically a better version of Mgtow news because it's live. It's a lot more fun and interacting than some pre-recorded 50-minute to an hour long video. So I'm doing that. You got the podcasts, which are now back. I'm dropping the next one, Kickoff Season 2, very, very soon. At least 2 of those should be coming out per month. And then, of course, you got Mgtow Stories. It's your quick daily dose of Red Pills and all that stuff. I got great analysis going through Mgtow Stories. So it's just the best. It's what works best for me, and it's it's more appealing to the viewers because you guys, it was just. I realized that it was difficult to watch a 49-minute video and all that. It's not easy, and I get that. It's not your fault. So that's what's going to be happening from now on. And another thing was that I felt that with Mgtow news, I wasn't really using my brain. Because here's the thing. Whenever I write podcasts, whenever I write the analysis part for Mgtow stories, I write them down really quickly in my notes section from my iPhone, whatever. Whenever I do that, I get this surge. It's like I'm in a zone. I feel like I'm in a zone, and I'm writing this stuff out because all these thoughts coming into my mind. I'm like, holy crap! I didn't even know that I was capable of writing that stuff. That's what it's like when I'm writing scripts. That's what it's like when I'm writing out content and all that. It's amazing because I'm doing this by myself. But with Mgtow news, yeah, I was doing that, but I was just coming up with stuff at the top of my head, and I wasn't really thinking. It was more of reading, and that wasn't really, I want to do more of stuff that I can do by myself instead of just reading other articles. And yes, the other articles, they were covered under like the Fair Use Act or whatever, but it's just that it's better for me. It's more of thinking by myself and this and that, and time wise, it's gonna be a lot easier. Because once it's just going to be a lot easier. So, guys, I hope you guys don't mind the change. I'm sure you all understand. By the way, I really do appreciate my viewers. Whenever I got to change something or I mess something up, they always understand. They always care in this and that. We actually just had Mr. A. Even though he doesn't make videos anymore, he's still back. He came back. He's been ghosting around for a while. But I'm really glad to see that Mr. A's back. And it would be a dream come true if NYC Korean Mgtow could come back. I hope he's still around. So, but that's besides the point. Okay, I just want to say that I really do appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys understand the changes coming to the Mgtow Academy YouTube channel. Remember, all the content and all that, the news coverage, the Mgtow philosophy side, it's going to be the same, just being distributed to like different, things. Instead of the news being a whole separate thing, it'll be in a live stream. And then I have a lot more time to improve my other content. It's more of quality, it's quality, not quantity. Quality, not quantity. So I'm doing that, and I just hope you guys understand the change that I'm doing here, and I hope you guys understand. So, sorry that if you guys liked it, but it's just not. It wasn't really. Recently, now that I'm doing the script writing and doing all the research, I'm like, oh, good, I got to record this now. And then, yeah, it's just not really working out now. So I'm basically putting it on the shelf and say, if I ever need you, Mgtow news, if I ever need you at some point in the future, I'll use you happily. But for now, take a rest, man, all right? So Mgtow news, it's basically over with for now. It's not going to be like I'm always going to do it. No, it's basically over with. So there's that, guys. It's just so much easier for me. I feel a sense of relief, and that just shows how much work I had to put into Mgtow News. Even though the editing was easy, it was a lot of work in the long run. So I feel a big sense of relief that I'm saying this and that I'm doing this, and I'm confident that you guys understand. So, man, I do appreciate your understanding, I'm looking to improving other areas of Mgtow Academy, and doing all sorts of stuff like that. So, if you're still listening, thank you for your time, and you should expect to see my live streams, to see the Mgtow stories coming out every day. Remember, daily content now, right? And then you should see the podcast coming back, which I love to do. I absolutely love doing podcasts. They're just so much fun and so productive. So you should see those coming back as well. So guys, I appreciate your understanding, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.